Hey guys, it's Unknown Belly here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on just basic terminal commands and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm on the operating system I'm using is Kali Linux. That's what it's called. It's a Linux distro for Linux distro for hacking. It's pretty much made for hacking. So this is your terminal. I probably shouldn't have first, well, you don't have to install Kali Linux to have a terminal, obviously, but there is, like I did in my other video, I was using a terminal in my Windows operating system, but this is an actual different operating system. So after you install Kali Linux, if you're installing Kali Linux, you should already know how a terminal works, but just in case if you don't, right here, it's called terminal. If you click on it, it'll open this. It might look a little different than mine, because it might look transparent, because I changed it to not be, because I like it better when it's just all black. But that you can just do by going to edit, preferences, and yeah, you can just mess around with it. So yeah, it might be a little slow in this tutorial. Here's the terminal. You can type whatever in it. See, and so I'll just go over some basic commands. So ls, that will list all files and directories and everything that are in the directory you're in now. And if you added a user to your machine or computer, like, it might be a little more complicated, but I'm on the root user, so yeah, ls list all the files and directories and everything. So, and then so we'll just type ls, then to go into one of these directories. So we'll just go into my Hackers Toolkit thing that I did in the other video. Actually, I won't copy it because I think you should learn how to type shit. So what you do is cd. Cd means change directory, and it'll change directory to whatever directory you type after it. You have to type the exact capitals and everything. So there's cd hackers toolkit. See, it's spelled the exact same way right here. And then if I hit enter, oh yeah, you type the commands and then you hit enter if you didn't know. Might be thinking, well, there's no point in telling us that, but no, I know some people that didn't know that. So then you type ls again, and it'll list all the files in that directory. It has hdk.py, install.py, lib modules, everything. So yeah. So then once you change the directory to whatever directory you're in, you'll probably run the file. It could be a shell file, it could be anything. So now we'll get into file types. So I'll just type them in real quick. We'll just go over these simple three. So .py means Python, and Python, it's a pretty easy programming language, but it can actually do a lot. And to run Python files, you would just type in the terminal, actually, I'll save this file. I'll name it files, so I can actually show it and it'll look, and it might be easier to explain when I'm actually in the terminal typing it. So I'll change directory to Hackers Toolkit. I'll actually run one. So to run a Python file, and how to spot one is if it has .py at the end of the file, that's how you can tell if it's a Python file or not. Some people, they make the files without an extension to it, like this one right here, but that's just to be able to run it correctly in the Python file, so you don't run this one. But to figure out what type of file it is, you can just run it in every kind of programming language to see which one works, or you could just read it by typing cat and then the file, and it'll show you the code of the file. And if you understand what code it is, then you can tell what type of file it is or whatever. So to run a Python file, you type Python and then the file name, and in this case I'll run htk.py, hackers toolkit.py, and it'll run it. Depending on how big the script is, that's how long it'll load, or take to load. Then see, it's the same script from the other video. Just the colors might look different because it's in like a different terminal. So yeah. Oh yeah. Nano, I'll get into that in another video if you don't know understand how it works. So now .sh files, and .sh files means shell, and shell is I don't really know how to explain it. It's like the terminal coding language, I guess. I can't remember how to explain it. So we'll try my deadsec script. So I'll change directly to deadsec. This is another script I made. There's a lot of different ones. And oh yeah, if you run actually I don't know how to get out of that, but say you run a shell file or any kind of file and it says permission denied. Actually, I'll just give an example. Let's do hi.sh. I'll just do ls. So when I run that file, it will run the ls command. So if I do, so to run sh files, you do a period, and then a slash, a forward slash, and then the file name. You don't put a space, just directly in the file name. So hi.sh. If I run that, it'll say permission denied. So if any file says permission denied like this, you do chmod plus x, and then you do the file name. But a quicker way to do it is if you do a star, because if you do a star, it'll just do chmod for every file in there. So it's easy, just one little symbol, and every single one will be able to run. So then if I do hi.sh, and then it'll do ls for me. To remove files, you do rm, and then the file name. So now that you know how to run a file, just do this deadsec sh. Then I have like a little animation here. I could probably add more frames to it to make it look better, but I'm not working on that script anymore. I'm working on the new one, the Hackers Toolkit. So it says Control C to start script. You might have to tap it a couple times. And we don't need to get onto that. So now a .exe file means executable, and what that means is I can't do that in the terminal, but I'll just do this. So I don't know how to explain this, but I can't really show it that well. But just imagine there's a file right here. If I click on it, or like double click on it to open it, it'll just execute it, and executable means you like click on it or double click or whatever, and it'll run. So yeah. That'll be all the files I'll explain. I probably should have done this before those other tutorials, or not tutorials, but other commands. But apt, that's like kind of what you use to install everything. Apt is a command line package manager, provides commands, whatever. So here's the most used commands: list, search, show, install, reinstall, remove, auto remove, update, upgrade. So yeah. So when you first get your install Kali Linux, what you'd want to do is do apt update and apt upgrade. And what this and does, or it'll do apt update, and then it will run apt upgrade. So if I do that, it'll start running. You do not want to cancel apt installs, because it might mess up your thing, but it's not like a permanent mess up, like it's completely over. Like I know how to fix it. It's a pretty simple fix, just it's kind of annoying, and I don't know if it's good for your system for it to happen. So it's just an apt update and upgrade. So now into installing things. So if you type apt install and then the name of a package, it will install it. So what's a package? I don't think I've installed it. So if I do package apt install toilet, since I already installed it, it'll say toilet is already in the newest version. So then after you install a package, if you type the package name that you used to install it, should run. And I know how to use toilet, so yeah, it's just like it just prints out shit. So yeah. Then you obviously have exit. Now exit the terminal. And I think that's all. That's what it'll be all for today. Then next video I'll probably cover some more advanced stuff for actual hackers that already know a bunch of stuff. So yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.